So in the case of adhesion failure, you talked about obviously going out to one and seeing and knowing exactly what happened. How do you go about troubleshooting the issue on the fly? Like as it in the middle of it happening, you see there's an issue that it's not adhering properly. What are some of the corrective measures that can be taken in the moment?
So, yeah, on the fly is an interesting thing because, first of all, when you walk into a facility and you're the outside guy, there's an automatic mistrust. Like, why is this guy here? Is my boss sending him here to evaluate me? Is this guy going to criticize me, et cetera, et cetera? So, part of it is like bedside manner.
Mm-hmm.
So before I go in and start watching a process, I try and talk to the operator a few minutes. Just, hey, tell me about what you're doing. How's the family? That kind of stuff, and try and develop a rapport with them, and just explain to them, hey, I'm here just to look and to help out, and maybe I can see something where we can help improve the process to fix the problem that we have. And usually, I just kind of get at ease in them. And then when I do see something, I try and make it a suggestion and explain what I'm looking for and why I'm making the suggestion. Then I never try and make the operator feel stupid. That's like the worst thing you could possibly do. And I don't ever try and want to be the expert, quote unquote. I'd rather be the guy on the sidelines like, hey, I have a suggestion for you. Why don't you take a look at this? So part of it is not just the technical part. I think a very big part of helping people solve problems is actually developing that rapport and developing that ease with, let's look at this together and see if there's something I can see that might improve the process.
That was what I was trying to figure out. I was curious because you gave a scenario where you went out on a job and saw what the issue was. I didn't know how that looked when you were like, do you just, is it as simple as just wiping it off and keep going? Or, I mean, that was why I was just following up. I wanted to see what that looked like.
It really is, but it's actually more than just fixing the process. Well, I have a great example. So, are you married? You're married, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So sometimes if your wife would make a suggestion to you on how to change a behavior, I don't know, pick one. You leave your socks on the floor.
Yeah.
How do you respond? She says, pick up your darn socks. Or, honey, I have a favor to ask of you. Can you pick up your socks? So
yeah,
that whole thing of how you phrase a question, how you phrase a suggestion, and how you bring it up is huge. It's huge. Do you build up a defense mechanism with the person you're trying to work with, or you develop a rapport with them and solve the problem together? So I always like to try and solve the problem together with whoever I'm working with, whether it's an engineer or an operator. If it's something I think today with the automation or the processes that has your interest, give us a call at Thermal Spray Depot at 724-229-5791 or drop us a line at info@thermalspraydepot.com.